I just watched this one video where this lady was literally being scammed by this dude because he was a really attractive looking dude, and she found out that multiple women got scammed by him because he's good looking, because he's a jacked, good looking dude, and he lied about his life and that. Like 15 of these women fell for this dude. And just to prove a fucking point, women do not give a fuck about personality that much. Guys can literally lie right to their fucking faces as long as they're hot. And they're attractive looking and built. Women, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them, but they believe every single thing a super hot guy leaves them. They believe everything. As long as that dude's with them, it makes them look good in front of other people and that. Like, that's what it is. It makes them look good and shit. My God, it's fucking ridiculous. That's why we call them Chads. Women literally believe anything. Especially if the dude's fucking hot. If the dude's fucking hot, women, like, for some reason, do not even give a fuck. Watch it. Rip them to pieces. This is too easy. And, like, it just gets so stupid. Like, every time I see more and more videos that women always talk about these guys, but they never talk about, you know, the ugly ass dudes that are fucking sitting there wanting to get attention at. They talk about what? They talk about the hot dudes that fuck them all the damn time. Like, why are you leaving me? Because you're fucking easy. Guys that lift weights and that get fucking toned and get nice muscles and shit, of course they're gonna be that sex because that's all you care about. You're like, oh, it's fantasy. Yeah, if a guy meets that fantasy, you're gonna fucking fall for it. I said with Max and I met her fantasy, and then when that fantasy became a real life thing and that, she had to leave me. And I was like, that was absolutely fucking pointless. Well, you didn't meet my expectations. You had no expectations, dumbass. Like, you literally just live a fucking life of dumb stupidness. Like, you're fucking retarded. And these women fall for that shit. They fall for fantasies. Stay away from girls that have fantasies. If they watch Disney and they're fucking like in their 20s and shit and they like obsessed about Disney shit, don't date them. Them women are like fucking emotionally fucked up in the head. And I say that in a nice way. Like, women like that are actually just, they're just fucking just, like, just stay away from them. Like, I listen to them and that, and they'll be, like, sitting there to, like, there's a lot of them out than that. You know, they'll listen to, like, Disney music and shit all the damn time, and I'm, like, I'm sitting there, like, why the fuck you listen to Disney music? It's like, you know, I want to live my fantasy in that, like, you're not fucking 5. That's for children, not for adults. You have to grow past that. It's honestly fucking pathetic to see a full-grown woman still act like fucking Disney fantasy. Not even joking. That's how my ex was. That's all she did was watch Disney Channel. And she's like, what the fuck are you? Like 4 years old? I'm like, why are you watching that shit? I mean, I understand like every once in a while, but you constantly watch it. Like, I'll watch SpongeBob, but SpongeBob doesn't have that fucking princess fantasy. Like, I was like, that's why you can't keep a fucking dude. You haven't grown up past a fucking 6-year-old. You act like a fucking child. It's so fucking, it's like, it's so terrible too, because you can see how great of a person they are, but they just can't get out of that fantasy mode. They live in that shit. They breathe in that shit. They honestly think that's gonna happen. They honestly believe fictional shit that is not existing. It's not real life, and they believe in it. It's like, what the fuck is your problem? It's like, you believe in stuff that's not even fucking real. Are you fucking, like, retarded? Like, how in the hell can you still believe princess shit when you're fucking in your 20s? Like, that's for your dad to treat you like, not a man. Like, you're fucking retarded. You have no sense at all. You make no sense. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, how fucking, like, just delusional are you as a person? Like,
tasteless displays of wealth, anyone? Enjoyed the trade apart while you can, little piggy.
like, men don't have fantasies about that shit. Like, they have, you know, they might have fantasies about having a kid, being with a specific girl and that, but they get hit with real life pretty soon. Oh, fuck these sneezes, bro. I mean, because I used to be in that fantasy mode for a little bit, and that it didn't do nothing for me. All it did was fucking harm me. I had to get out of it and go to the real world. That's why I'm getting better now. I actually know what the real world is. I'm not stuck in the fantasy world anymore. That's why I like playing video games now. I tend to don't like playing video games as much anymore. I play it, but like... Like, some people live in that fantasy mode for their whole entire life.
Someone keep it score? Clean up, Saramane. Renfred will see they are properly
It's like super fucking sad.
With near no says penetrates the perimeter. I am surprised and a bit sick.
That's how fucked up our lives are. Like, back then, that people lived in real life a lot more than they do now. Nowadays, they don't live in real life anymore. Everyone lives in a fantasy life. And they do.
You do not have the dosh to
And they try to find out why, like, their lives are so terrible. And they're like, because you live in a fantasy life, honey. You don't live in real life. Like, you live in a life that doesn't fucking exist. And then you wonder why your life's so fucked up. Why you can't get a man. Because you're not living the life that you are supposed to live. You're living a fake ass life. You see, it's all man's fault. No, it's your fault. You are the reason why you're doing that. Once you start blaming shit on yourself that you're just fucked up, well, that's the reason why you got issues. Because you can't blame it on yourself. Like, I try to explain that to my ex and that, or any of the girls that I talk to and that. It's like, this is real life right here. You live in a fake life that you create yourself in your brain, which means you're a fucking psychopath. That's what crazy means. It means you're not in the real world. You're not acting what you're supposed to be acting. That's supposed to be. You're not doing things you need to do. And yes, it comes down to training and understanding and learning. Well, if you have a good role model, which most women, I say nowadays, don't, they believe in stupid shit that doesn't make any fucking sense. And they're like, when they approach a guy, like,
10 seconds.
he might like you because you're attractive. Then once he gets to know you, he's gonna be like, why do you believe in kid shit? You're fucking old. Oh my god, you don't. It's like, I understand watching kid cartoons and that, but like, don't. It's like I personally do not do that shit that much anymore. I used to when I was younger, yeah, but I stopped doing it because whenever you evolve your mind around, that's what your mind likes to do, and you'll keep on doing it. Shoot on the balls. I ain't gonna lie, this game's better than 3.
There's something here. Hard to tell. What a philosophy to be. Hurry up and die.
This game's so much better than 3. It's just the way it flows. It just flows better. Like 1 are probably just as good as 2. Like I would like to play 1. I think it's pretty much the same format. It's just the 3 format is just kind of like, oh, you have to go to the pod and that. There's no free reign. You always have to constantly spend money in that. They're trying to make it like, oh, it's a survival based thing. It's like I don't want it to play a survival. Like, oh, it's gonna be deadly hard. That like I don't like that shit. I just want to have fun. Games are all about having fun. You can have difficulty ratings and make it harder. Like Hell on Earth is really difficult. Yeah, I probably couldn't play Hell on Earth that much. I tried to. It's actually really fucking hard. It's annoying too. Sometimes people just want to play casual. I like playing casual. But yeah, the guy that I was just talking about, that he's just playing all these girls and that, and like these women weren't that good looking. He was just using them. And that's the funny thing about him, that when girls start to get used by men, they get fucking pissed and upset, and they literally make a fucking reality TV show about it. This guy got called the police on. This dude got a private detective against him just because he fucked a couple girls there and posted some shit and lied to them, and they couldn't figure out the lie. They literally are trying to get him arrested because he played them. You know how many women should get arrested for playing men? Hi, Francis. My ex, I asked for my ring back. I have documentation on it. I know the sale that sold it to me. I spend my money on it. I can literally call the fucking cops. Say, yeah, my ex has something that I need, that I bought for her, and I want it back. She refuses to get it back. I need you to guys go out there and get my fucking ring for me. I can literally pay a private detective to go out there. Let's give him like $1,000 or something like that, and he'll go out there and sit there and watch and be like, okay, yeah. She still has your ring on and all that shit and that And then I can call her up and say, hey, no, it's like I want my ring back. It's like I asked you before and that, you're the one that cheated on me. You're the one that left me, and then you took my ring. And say, well, you said that you didn't want me. She says, like, I said that you didn't care if I kept it. I said, because I wasn't expecting you to fucking literally break up with me and steal it from me. That's basically what you did. You're a fucking thief. You stole from your exes. You've been stealing from your exes. You literally steal shit from their houses and that and keep it with yourself. You're a fucking thief. And that's one of the things that I never want to talk about my ex. She's a fucking thief. She stole from her ex-husband and that, stole like pots and pans and shit and that. She's a damn thief. And she tries to sit there and be like, oh, no, I'm not like that. No, you're a broke fucking ass bitch. You're a thief. That's why no one fucking respects you. That's why none of your guy friends want to be with you. They all want to fuck you and leave you and that, because you're a thief. You're not worth anything. You decided to do this lifestyle because you didn't obey the common laws of fucking how you should be a woman, dumbass. That's your own damn fault. You steal shit from people. You con people in that with your body. You con people in that with your femininity. And then when stuff doesn't go your way 100%, you literally get fucking angry, frustrated. You start being a fucking bitch towards people. This is literally why we broke up. She's ferociously always getting angry and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, rah, 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 rah. Like, I'm not even doing anything. Oh my god, yeah, you are. You're not. Like, no, you're doing stuff inside your head. And you're trying to do things and try to make me be the one that you want. Number one, that's not how it works. That's why you were feminine as fuck, because you wanted me because you had an ID in your head about who I was. And you want that ID to come true. But then when you saw me and that the bubble got popped, you thought it was supposed to be this perfect thing. I'm like, you're not perfect either. Your pussy smells like tilapia. You got fucking, roast beef pussy. I don't care. That's who you are. And that's one of the things I always talk about. I was like, I don't care about your bads and goods. I like you for you, but you don't like me for me. You want to like me for what you think that I am because you're fucking retarded. It's like my ex literally wanted me to be like her husband, her ex-husband. And I'm like, I'm twice as better looking as that dude. Dude's ugly as fuck. He's scrawny now. I'm like, what are you trying to say? Don't compare me to him. Oh, he makes a lot of money. So you're money influence. Okay, so if I was a millionaire, you'd be sucking my dick right now, wouldn't you? Well, no, they'll lie right to your face, but yeah, she would. You go, well, yeah, if you bought me something, I probably would. Exactly, because you're a gold digging hoe. That's what you do. I can prove that shit. That's why she left me. She tried to get another dude that made more money than me, and it was someone that she knew, and that's how bad it is. Like, dude, that's because you're fucking worthless. I said the biggest thing is you have to build your life up with someone for many, many years. You start off at 18, 16 years old. You date them and that. You build your life up together. That's how it used to be back then. Nowadays, these women want everything to be given to them. And it's like, you don't deserve any of it. Because there's literally like fucking the thousands of girls out there that have the same butt that you have the same tits that you have, the same body that you have. When you have different faces and that, but that's the problem. Like, hey, you care about your looks so much. I gotta make sure I'm skinny. Yeah, you can be skinny next. That's the only way you can get guys. But you only get them for a brief while now because they fucking throw you away. And that's what they do. Sorry, it's just how life is. And it's sad though. But yeah, when guys play girls like that, oh my god, they get detectives after them, they get the police after them, they get all this shit after them. If I start fucking random chicks and that, I was plowing this girl, I plow that girl, I plow this girl, and they all start talking about it, and they're like, is that the guy that I fucked last night? So you fucked him last night? Because I fucked him the other night before that. And I bet you they would all start screaming and yelling outside, what do you mean? I'm not in relationship with any of you. I never was your boyfriend. You were a casual fuck. It's okay for you to do that to multiple guys, and guys don't give a shit, but when guys do it to you, you get fucking pissed. Well, welcome to a man's world. You want to be treated like a fucking man, so this is how men are. You get upset, well, fuck off then. It's not my fault that you fell for it. It's not my fault you had a fancy in your head, and that's basically what this guy did. I mean, he lied a lot and shit. He made up shit. I couldn't do that. I'd be up front. First thing I would say is like, I'm a gigolo. Bring gigolo back. Make gigolos great again. Bring gigolos back. Let's get some fucking let's bring back all the fucking gigolos. And not Deuce Bigelow. Rob Schneider. Bring back all the gigolos. Start getting jacked and ripped and walk around banging all these bitches now for fucking money because they do exactly the same thing for us. What do you think OnlyFans is? Instagram is. All these things are. YouTube and that. Anytime a woman shows any type of fucking sexual shit off, it is porn. They're sexualizing themselves for fucking money. I bet you those girls still get fucked by Chads. You know they're good looking, all that shit and that. You can't. There's no comparison to a Chad man and to a fucking bad woman. The badass girl boss. Because badass girl boss is still going to get fucked by Chad and still get left by Chad. Why? Because Chad already knows you're not worth it. People always go by looks. I was watching this celebrity thing. They were talking about women and their celebrity like husbands and that. And this one chick, she's a Mexican chick. She played on a couple of like really good Mexican movies that with Antonio Banderas and that. And they're like, oh, her husband's not that attractive looking at all, but he's a multi-billion-dollar person. I'm like, did you literally just stated something of the obvious? You think that she's with him because he's attractive? No, the dude's got billions of dollars. Dumbass. Of course she's gotta suck his fucking dick. His balls fucking get empty. He's got billions of dollars. Two things: money or looks. That's it. Everything else is fucking blah. You can have good emotional skills in that, learn how to talk in that, but if you ain't got fucking looks, or if you ain't got fucking money, that's why guys rent fucking nice cars and that. They test this shit out. Oh, they'll rent a Lamborghini or Ferrari. They'll park that fucker somewhere. And like women will always look at it and be like, oh my god. They'll instantly be like, there's a rich guy in there. I wonder if I can get him. That's what they do. They don't say it, they think it. And this is the problem is this is what women do. I'm sorry. They do this shit a lot. I prove it at the gym every single time I go to the gym and when I walk in the gym and if I see the same girls every day, I always get big ass smiles and that from women when I open up doors. Every single damn time. I don't open up the door for them, they're like, oh, thank you. They never frown at me or give me that fucking weird look unless they're just a fucking bitch. But you know, that's okay, because they're probably on their tampon period or on their period or something like that. Like, oh my god, I got periods today, so don't fuck with this. I'm not talking with you. Go fuck yourself. You should be the hand of that now. You're fucking old enough to fucking complain about it. You should be old enough to fucking deal with it without talking about it. Like every single time I'm working that, any girl that gets a period in that instant, I have to broadcast it. I'm like, what is that supposed to do? Oh my man, period. So you want me to fucking take care of you? I'm not your boyfriend. You got a job to do. If you want to sit in the bathroom for fucking 15 minutes on your phone, which is what you're fucking doing, pretending that you're like, oh, my stomach hurts. No, it probably does hurt. But if you're in the bathroom for more than 10 minutes, there's kind of a check lights going on. Like, you literally are sitting there on your fucking phone, texting and talking on your fucking phone. Okay? You just don't want to work because you don't feel good. Well, I never feel good at the damn time. My neck's always hurting. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just so hilarious when you hear this shit. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god, okay. Like when a guy does that pussy ass shit towards me and that, it happened at work. One of the guys at work and that was kind of like getting upset. And I said, oh, I worked 10 hours, bro. Have you worked 10 hours before? And I said, dude, I worked 13 hours before. Well, it's not comparison. I said, bro, the reason why you're complaining is because someone came in and took their sweet ass time fucking doing their shit. That's the reason why you're complaining. And I get it though, man, but you're doing it anyway, so I get it. He kind of got like a little upset with me, and I said, bro, it's like, you'll be all right. And I was laughing about making a joke about it, and you try to like be all like emotional about it. I'm like, bro, it's just another day. You're gonna go home, you're gonna go take a shower now, you're gonna jack off in the shower like you probably always do in that. And you're gonna go watch some fucking TV and you're gonna go to bed. It's like, yeah, I understand. It sucks. But you sit there trying to compare to someone else. I'm like, bro, if you had my life, you couldn't fucking do it. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. I'm in pain all the damn time. All the damn time. My legs are fucking killing me. They're getting better now because I'm trying to recover that. My arms are always fucking hurting. My back's always fucking hurting. My neck's always fucking hurting. I know it's hurting. So, it's only hurting me because I got muscle growth that needs to happen. So I take care of it. I eat a fuckload of protein. Like right now, I already had like 100 close to 140 grams already. I woke up at 10 o'clock. I think it was 10 or 11, I can't remember. And guess what? I had me a bagel. Add me 16 ounces of fucking ground beef, lean ground beef, because we get it from the butcher, and that's normally lean as fuck. It's probably like 95% lean. And then I fucking had a protein shake and had a bagel, and I had two sugar cookies just now to get my fucking glycogen to go up. Because I'm waiting for this fucking storm to pass so I can go to the damn gym and hit me some more iron. And like I was just thinking about that, like when the guy was saying that stuff to me, that I'm just like, bro, like, you're just a fucking pussy. I get it. Like I was tired as fuck. If we're busy as fucking that, I'm tired. Not busy all damn day though. Drink some water and that. You'd be surprised how good water does for you if you drink some water and that, and hydrate yourself and that, eat some little bit of food and that. Your body will bounce right back into being, I'm ready to go, or get some vitamin D in you. Ooh, tasty. Well, that's why I tell everyone. Yeah, I think I got too much caffeine. I mean, I have a little caffeine high right now. My brain's really loaded. I gotta chill out for a little bit. But yeah, that's what I was trying to tell him, and that, I was like, dude, it's like, you don't need to tell me, bro. When I said I used to work 13 hours at the car wash and that, even though I wasn't doing anything, just being at a place that's like slightly uncomfortable for 13 hours straight, and sometimes even 14 hours, because it took me a little bit to get shit done sometimes. My God, bro, it was annoying. It was really annoying. Because I wasn't like super tired, and I was just fucking being up for that long. You naturally just get tired to begin with, but like I wasn't like, I was just fatigued from being up there for so damn long. But yeah. Here's a saying. Some black girls like, says the N word. If you broke, just say so. And she's like, how the fuck you gonna ask me out? I'm not even offered to pay to get my hair and nails done and pay for my babysitter to even take me out. You can't afford me anyway, brokey. It's like some single ass mom crying and bitching and moaning that the guy's sitting there with the fucking Porsche, gassing up and that. Dude, it's fucked up. It's fucked up how people are nowadays. Like, women back then, like when I was growing up in that, back in the 90s and that, there wasn't a lot of women that were whores and that. Whores were frowned upon so much now. Like, if there was a single mom in that, she's an alcoholic, she always got tattoos and that, we didn't see that a lot. I barely ever see that. I mean, I still don't really see that much. Like going to the gym and that, because that's how you know it's good. Most girls go to the gym and that, they're normally not the fucking retards that smoke weed and sit there, because them motherfuckers are too damn lazy to go to the damn gym. Like my ex and that, she would never be caught in a fucking gym. She's got self-esteem issues up the ass. Like, that's how I know when there's good women there. I see them at the gym and shit, at least for the most part. And, like, they go in quietly. They may be attracted to dudes and that, because obviously they are. They go in quietly and that. They do their workouts and that. They might go to, next to a good looking dude and that's jacked. And they might work out next to them and that. And then they'll sit there and be like, oh, I'll work out. They won't talk. They'll look. They'll appreciate. Like, okay, you can appreciate. No, ain't nothing wrong with that, baby girl. That's okay. But you can just tell. And then you can tell that some girls go in there. When I start seeing tattoos, that's how I know this ain't no. I get a red flag goes up in my head. So I start seeing tattoos and that, and the girls show off all their tattoos and that. Or like, I know this one guy was with this one chick, and I actually knew the guy, and he was working out with this one girl. She literally had her tramp big ass fucking tattoo on her back showing. She had her shirt rolled up to show off her fucking butt. And I'm just saying, like, dude, you're just a fucking hoe. When you're showing off too much fucking stuff, I know your ass is fucking fat. I can see how fat it is through your damn pants, but you don't need to roll up your fucking shirt. Number one red flag in saying that girl's probably a fucking hoe. If she's confident enough to show her ass off and bend over in front of a bunch of fucking dudes. That's one thing. I had one girl do that. She was a thick ass girl. She was tall too. Probably she's around my height. As soon as she saw me checking her out and that, and I don't know if it's because I was checking her out and that, there was a whole bunch of people on it. She literally fucking said to start doing yoga in the middle of a whole bunch of fucking people. Not take it to the back. She didn't have pads or anything. She was going on the floor, fucking stuck her ass in the air. She got a big, huge butt, signaling that she's been fucked a lot. Because you can't have that much fucking confidence if you haven't been plowed that much. Like, if you haven't had sex that much, like, I have confidence because I've seen naked bitches all the time, you know. I've been with women. I sucked on titties and, you know, bite on ass and slapped ass and shit. So my confidence is through the roof with that shit. That's what women like. But women, when they have confidence like that, it's just fucking ugly. It's like, dang, I don't want that. I want a girl that's a little shy and that. If you're just sitting there like, me, snoo, snoo. I'm like, whoa, settle down, bitch. That pussy smell like tilapia. You got jizz stains from last week from that guy. And they get all mad and shit because they got leftover jizz in their fucking twat waffle. Yeah. Scientifically, it takes about a week or so for that vagina to get rid of that fucking smell. Because you've been busted in too many damn times. You're not supposed to. No, you're not. That's why women have periods. They have a whole week. That's why it's a fucking week. Because it sanitizes that vagina. It gets it prepped and fucking ready to get pregnant. So women that are on birth control, they don't have periods, so their body doesn't fully fucking cycle. So they don't actually get the cycle going on. They keep fucking and fucking and fucking and fucking. And then their vagina smells like fucking tilapia. Because they always got jizz. Well, that's why periods exist. God gave women periods so they wouldn't be whores. So when you counteract that period, you don't cycle for a week because you don't want to have sex when you're fucking on your period. You'll have sex after your period because that's when you're most horniness. Sometimes it's before, most likely it's after. That's when your hormones your hormones go to the highest point and it stays that high until the next period, which is in 3 weeks. So you fucking go through it every 3 weeks. That's basic biology for a female body. But women that don't have that cycle, you know what happens? They get mentally fucking crazy. Because they get too horny. When you block that from happening, you know what happens is your body slowly stops wanting to fucking reproduce. So you basically cut it off, and then you can't reproduce. That's why a lot of women have huge fucking problems with that. Their first period after being off of birth control is probably fucking heavy as fuck. Because their body's like, okay, now I gotta do what I have to do. It's like, okay, well, this bitch is fucking stupid. You've been on birth control for 5 years. Guys blasting you all over the place and jizzing all in your insides and that. So biology states you're gonna have a bunch of fucking periods. And you're gonna have to cycle through this shit. No matter how much pain you go through. Sorry. You chose to believe the lie of being a whore, being good, and now you have the consequences that God always wins no matter what you do. Biology always wins. Doesn't matter what you do, no matter how you bitch and moan. God wins, period, because he made you like that. Period. Compared about men and that, men can have kids till they're 80 because men are supposed to. Good, strong, fucking fertile men. Say like myself, I'm supposed to make fucking babies. That's my job. Not saying that I do, but yeah. If I want to get 100 girls pregnant in a month, yeah, you bet your ass. It'd probably be a little hard because, I probably wouldn't be that sexually active, but say 30 women if I, screwed every single day. Yeah, 30 women pregnant each day. Blastoids, fucking go crazy. So, and when we want to say that's not fair, I say, what do you mean that's not fair? You're not like that. You're biologically not like that. The fantasy world is so heavy for a lot of these women in that they have this fantasy that, and it's not even matter if they're liberal or conservative, or they voted for Trump, or they voted for Biden, that, or they voted for Harrison, that, or voted for all these people, and that doesn't matter about that. You don't believe in your own biology. That's the reason why you have these problems. And when I see younger women, they're 19, 20, and they're like youth time, and like say I work with them in that, and they talk about their life towards me in that because I'm older, so they kind of give me that respect. I say and tell them, stop being a whore. Stop having sex with random guys. You are literally going to lose your whole entire life because of this. Start getting your shit together. Stop sleeping with people. You do it because you can, because it's easy. All you're going to do is make life worse for you. That's it. And your life's going to suck. Just stop doing it. It doesn't help. You should have more respect for yourself. That's why guys are being humbled. We're trying our best, and then women are starting to get humbled now too, because they're starting to realize I can't get a fucking man to save my life. Yeah. So start doing what? Start believing in men again and stop fucking being a feminist dumb bitch. Like these bitches on TikTok, all shit that spread all this crap. There's only a couple of them. You know why they do that? Because they're fucking miserable because they lost everything because they made stupid mistakes in their life. And you want to say, whose fault was that? It's the people that raised them. Their guiding points. The people they believed in. So if it's a belief to be a feminist person, I change your belief. Best person to believe in? It's Lord Jesus Christ. Why? Because he tells you the truth. God tells you the truth of who you really are. Because he made you. He knows you. He was you. That's the problem. It says it when Adam and Eve were fucking... When God talked about Adam and Eve. He says, you do a covenant between you two, you become one in marriage. Because God takes both sides of the male and female perspective. See, women definitely love this. Says, well, why isn't woman why isn't God a woman? I said, God's not a woman nor man. He's both. He's all. He's everything. Why is he both? Because he made male and female, dumbass. Like, that's the point. He took 50% of himself and gave it to a male. He took the other 50% and gave it to a female. So when you meet, you become soulmates. You become one with God. God is both. He is all. He doesn't have a gender. He is everything. He is both man and female when it comes down to how he thinks, because he talks about it. How he assumes of himself. He talks about it in the damn Bible and Genesis. That's why marriage is very important. When people break that covenant, your life sucks ass. And the person that does break it, your life turns into shit. Because you know why? Because God doesn't fucking like when you break his covenant. He already broke it once. Jesus already saved us. And people are breaking it all the damn time and they act like it's a fucking joke. Well, the law says that law doesn't mean shit. And now it's changing. God's law is absolute. It does not change. And people want to say that changes. It does not change. Mortals change the law. That's why law of freaking, fertility fucking shit that's happening now, that women could be put in prison over fertility fraud. They do a DNA test right when the baby's born, before they sign the birth certificate. They have to do a DNA test now in Tennessee. That shit's gonna spread like wildfire. And everybody's gonna fucking do it. And all of a sudden you're gonna see all these women that complain, bitch, and more like, because they can't be whores anymore. Guess what's gonna happen? Whorism's gonna stop. Feminism's gonna stop. You're gonna start wanting to be with men again. People are gonna fall in love again. You know why? God always wins. God always wins. Why do we even try to go against him? Or go against the Almighty? We can't. He always wins. We say, why you say he? Because he is a masculine presence. The way he talks, it's a masculine presence. And it specifically states that he is a he. They say, that's just a term that people use to describe. God always wins. So why in the world do we fall for Lucifer's tricks? God always wins. Like, it doesn't matter. That's why we believe. That's why I believe in Jesus, because he always wins. His word is absolute. And people try to say, I never used to be like this until I gave myself to Christ, until I gave my heart to Christ. And I'm slowly starting to understand my life now. I'm loving myself more. I do the things I want to do in that. I'm building muscle like I always do. I always want to be, jacked and have a six-pack and shit. And now I'm actually fucking doing it. Say, God, Jesus has given me the will to push forward because this is what I want to do. Just like Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve, everything that they dreamed of, God gave to them. Snap of a finger. Here you go, my son. So what's the difference between that now? Nothing. God still gives us the stuff that we want and need. It doesn't matter. Whatever we think of doing, it always happens. So why is that? People want to be transgender, get their shit cut off. It always happens. God never intervenes. So this is the biggest thing that I've noticed about the Almighty. He does things for you, even if it's not good for you. So stop fucking thinking that he's controlling us. He doesn't. He literally lets you do as you want because it's called free will. Because he already knows the outcome of it. He knows you're going to do something fucking stupid, and then the outcome of it is you're going to give yourself to him anyway. He always wins, so it doesn't even matter. So nothing matters. If you're gay and that, you want to get fucked in your ass and that, eventually it's going to come time where it's going to be a fucking, pain in your ass. And then what happens? You're going to give yourself to Christ, even on your deathbed. It doesn't matter. We breathe and live with him as he lives with us. It's always with us, no matter what we do. As of right now, his presence is next to me. Period. Always. Every damn night. Every damn day. His presence is everywhere. It's just people don't know it because you don't see it and you don't believe in it. But you believe in a bunch of other shit. He lets it happen. If Almighty God just wants to say, I'm putting back, I'm taking free will away from you guys, you would see a dramatic fucking change in this world. Number one, you would see angels flop out of thin air and literally tell us, obey Almighty or perish. And everybody that would either obey or they would perish. That's the whole point of the crucifixion. Because that's what happened. All the angels, even the Most High, the divine beast, and everybody, when Jesus was getting his ass beat and getting treated like fucking shit, the angels, the heavens were in an uproar. But they said God was silent. The Father was silent. They didn't even know. Only the Father knew. The Father and Jesus knew. So when he got sacrificed on the cross and everybody went in an uproar, they all wanted to kill us. All of them. You want to see the wrath of a fucking divine beast from God's throne? Just his voice alone will fucking make your head explode. That's how powerful these creatures are that God made for him. And with all that, when God said, let it be, he's showing the ultimate mercy. And all the angels put down their arms. All the beasts, all the angelics of heaven wept. Because showing ultimate mercy is the sign of a fucking real man. Actual God himself. And that's what people don't understand. The Almighty gave himself for our stupid asses because he loves us. And this is why when people turn away from him, their life starts to suck. But as they're turning away from him, from the Father, they start to understand that it was better with him because he wants you to be better. So he's the puzzle creator. He created your puzzle. He knows when the pieces don't fit. So he finds a piece to fit it. And he already knows the piece that's going to fit it. But the piece that doesn't fit is you fucking up and being stupid and doing dumb shit. So he waits. And he says, okay, I'm going to do this, do this, do that, do this. Because death to him doesn't matter because he invented death. Death was part of his creation. It's like if you die, you're going to go to me anyway, so it doesn't even matter. You're going to wait for me. You're going to wait for Judgment Day. So we see a lot of young people that die in that. They're very, more or less likely more pure. But as you get older than that, you become, well, less pure. That's why like people that keep their virginity in that fight against all this sexuality that's happened now, more or less like you're fighting a good fight. Like myself, I fight against it all the time, and I do not want to do stuff unless I'm fucking married. I will refuse. If I do a little bit of stuff in that, and like I don't want to do it. It's very uncomfortable for me. I'll give a fuck if the chick's the hottest bitch in the world, the big ass titties and that. I'll masturbate, but I will not have sex with you. Because I do not want to do it. I refuse to. Men don't understand that nowadays. Like, what do you mean you refuse to? Because I want to be pure. I don't want to be a loser, bitch ass motherfucker. Look at you and look at me. There's a fine line of fucking difference. Like people that obsess about this shit have the biggest fucking problems. And I try to explain that to people. That's like, you can't be worried about that shit. God always wins because everything's set up for him to win anyway. He's the ultimate love. And he's trying to give you it. And people, like for instance, I'll tell you this. I was talking to a Mormon ministry person that he got my number and that he kind of calls you every now and again. So we were talking about the Bible and that. And he believes in prophets and shit. And I said, you believe in prophets, but Jesus said specifically himself, no one after me can be a prophet, for that they are false. They are the works of Satan, works of Lucifer, No one after me, because I am the final prophet, because the book has been written. Everything has been written from the beginning to the end of Revelations. So there's no such thing as a prophet. They're all false. Why were there prophets back then? Because they were prophets to come to Jesus. They were making the way for Christ to be sacrificed. So that's one of the things he was talking about in that. He's like, well, it's Mormons and that. I said, did you know in the book and that and the Bible, and that actually says, Jesus actually specifically stated that no one after me is a prophet, for that they are false. I am the last. I am the word. That's what I told him. It's like, how can anyone after God's word can even say anything when everything was already been spoken? And I told him that. He kind of like, well, I never heard about that. So you don't read the Bible on that. You're just doing misprint bullshit. So like, talk to a man that researches it enough to know, and you will say, I'm in the ministry department. And I'm like, oh, I'm in the ministry department. I don't know. It's like, that's why I can't go to church, because you're fucking lying, because you're stupid. You're a lying ass son of a bitch. You might as well call yourself a Satanist right now, because you are full on lying about the word of God. It's sad and massively fucking stupid. But that's the thing, is you shall be forgiven for how ignorant you are, because you don't fucking know. But the problem is, knowing that you're blasting lies, and you're trying to tell someone like me that's evidently studied enough to understand, and listen to people that actually know what the fuck they're talking about, that just proves the point. You believe in satanic fucking religious factors that are made up by fucking man, and that's what it is. You know, like, and this is what the problem of it is. I read John. I read, a lot of Matthew now. I read all of John's stuff. I read all the stuff in that, and they all basically say the same things. But a lot of the stuff that that Jesus says it's just the truth. It makes perfect sense. Ultimate love shall not hate people, because just having hate in your heart you're already betraying. You already murdered. The act of a thought. And that's what's so bad. A pure person does not think anything negative at all. They're always positive. It does not matter of the circumstances. As soon as you got thoughts in your head like that, you're already committing sin. I've committed murder in my head probably thousands of times. Not that I act on it, no, but I thought about it. I'm impure. But people say, well, but you didn't act on it. Yeah, that's what women do when they cheat. They cheat by fucking them in their head first, and then they stop liking the guy that they're with because they're not thinking about that dude, which means they don't give a fuck about him anymore, and then they fuck the dude they are thinking about. Do you see how it works? Your thoughts implicate your actions 100%. Now, you can think past it because you're fighting against those thoughts, but all those thoughts actually your thoughts? No, most likely they're negative entity thoughts. That's how you fight against them. You're not supposed to think those bad thoughts. Them are demons thinking. They're pushing that through you because they're amplifying that. So when you pray to the Lord Jesus Christ for forgiveness, normally the thoughts kind of go away because, well, God wins, period. Jesus always wins. And that's what it is. Your thoughts are a mixture of heavenly things and satanic worldly things. This is the reason why some people actually fight against the worldly things. Like, I fight against it all the time. I always ask, why are these things happening? I don't care about money. I have it, but I'm not in love with it. And they tell us that. God says, don't do that because it doesn't do anything. If you love money, when you spend it, it's not going to bring you happiness. So all these people that chase money, like they chase women, they're never fucking happy. So what makes happiness? Happiness comes from your childhood. how you live your life, how you like things and that, your actual personality. You go with the things you want to do now. Like I like lifting weights. It becomes a love for me. So I asked God, like, hey, I want to be a fucking jacked motherfucker. I want to look good. And I want to be happy with it. So I keep doing it because it makes me happy. I stream in that. I talk about all these things that because it makes me happy. So if that's not enough explanations to say how can you be happy, it's doing the things that you want to do. Don't be afraid, but have moral. Don't sit there and just do like, well, I want to know. It can't be with someone else. Guy made that really simple that when he was talking to King Solomon. He says, no one can force you to love you, or I can't force anyone to love you or you love someone else. That's the act of free will. That person has to feel that themselves. That's an act of free will. So when people come around and they do all this stuff and that, I think that, God doesn't do anything. God doesn't want to because he gave you free will. You're just lazy and you don't want to take that free will as something that you need to do for yourself. Because that's called enslavement. That's what Lucifer wants for you. Satan wants you to be enslaved. That's the whole point of him hating on you. He wants to give you everything because it enslaves your mind. That's where feminism came from. That's where all these things came from. To enslave your mind to get you away from the happiness and love of God. So, that's what it is. And we keep on thinking that, well, why? This is the reason why. God made it pretty simple in that. Hardships come with discipline. The road is never the safest road. It's always going to be bumpy. Because you can't learn from not doing hard work for yourself. Like, say, like women nowadays, they want life to be tremendously easy. But guess what? They want an easy life, which makes them miserable because they don't learn anything. Like my ex, for instance, she wanted to have a kid and have family and that. I said it takes a lot of hard work to have all that stuff. You can't just think it's going to happen because it's not how the mind works. The mind only works for your individual self. You can sit there and they do this shit and they're like, oh, make believe your man in your head that it's going to happen. These women literally believe this shit until like fucking 60. I had an older woman that was 60 and that. I'm sure she fantasized about having a guy that looked just like me, and she had the hots for me. She would make me food and spend all kinds of money on me. She sucked my balls fucking dry, and I know that she would because she was really broadcasting. Talking about not wearing panties and no bra and that. She had big, huge titties and shit. She wasn't the most attractive looking girl in the face, but she had huge fucking knockers. I'm like, oh, your tits are big enough. But my spirit already knew that she was just looking for someone to be with and that and to love and that, but it wasn't the one that I want to be with. See what I mean? She can fantasize about that, but it's never going to come true because it's called free will. God, will never force someone to love you. It's all about you yourself. God puts a lot of people in your way that you can fall in love with that probably will love you too. Because it starts off with the glance. The signs are everywhere. God puts these initial signs in our biology. And when you follow the biology signatures of yourself, of your body and that, how he made us, you start to find out why certain things happen. So why do women attract the men? Because they're masculine, they take care of themselves, they're serious, they're confident, they're comfortable, they know how to be nice and be polite and that. That's the actual biological signature that God gave us to be. But not every man's going to follow that. True. I follow that to a certain extent. I always open the door for women or even for males. I always open the door. And sometimes they open doors for me. And I can see that some males open doors for me. Because they're fucking assholes. Why? Because they don't follow the biological signatures. They're not pleasant people. They'll get jealous because they'll see that my arms are fucking bigger than their fucking face. And then they'll sit there and be like, oh my God, that's unfair. I said, I used to be like that, bro. But now that I lift weights and all the time and that, I'm not like that anymore. Man, it's cloudy as fuck outside. I thought it was nighttime already. It's only 5 o'clock. We have to get in touch with our actual biological selves, the one that God gave us from the beginning. Man, be masculine. Don't give a fuck about the toxic masculinity, because those women are toxic together. The women are all toxic together. You push all those women out. If any woman talks bad about a man, you just don't want to be with them. Like women I work with in that, some of them that, like the first like couple weeks that they literally talked about hating men. I'm like, you're the most unattractive woman ever. Like, you could be cute and pretty and that, but you start slamming down how bad men are. I say, guess what? You're just as bad as the men you talk about because you're doing the same damn thing. You're judging them for what you judge yourself for, but you don't judge yourself for that, so you judge them. Jesus said it best. Shall not judge someone unless you judge yourself first, which means hypocritical. You're a hypocrite. You don't want to heal yourself and be more positive. You're just negative and torn apart, which negativity leads to you being a massive sinner, which leads you to lie and to make up shit more and not be truthful with yourself. So that's why you judge other people in that, because you don't want to judge yourself first. When I see a fat guy in that, I say, hey, it'd be good for you to lose some weight in that, just try to eat a little less and move a little more. You'll drop weight. Number one, I say, stop drinking soda. Stop drinking sugary ass beverages in that. Keep your carbs on the low and just maintain more protein. And you'll start dropping weight and walk a little bit more. Just walk. Now, if it was a negative person that was fat, like, hey, it's like you're a fucking fat ass. And they'll be like, what are you looking at, fat ass? Like, I'm not fat. People around me say I'm skinny. See how it works? They lie to themselves. So anyway, like, so the women that I'm working at, and one of the girls actually came over and told me that she's like, you probably think I'm a sexist towards men and that. She's like, I'm not. Then I'm like, why do you say? I understand women talk about men and that, but like one of the girls there literally slams men a lot. I'm just like, why do you do that? Because my ex and okay, one fucking man. One man your whole entire life that you chose to be with, honey. Active choice. Because he was probably rather attractive looking and you fell in love with him because he had all the stuff that you wanted at the time. Your fantasy got broke because you thought you were a Disney princess. And now you're bashing him 24/7 because you got lied to. What it is, the dude was a Chad. He had a family business. He made good money in that. He got spoiled in that. That's what you wanted. And then now look at it. You say you hate this guy, but you really don't. I don't hate my ex. Is she a thief? Yeah, she steals shit. Not like internally. She just thinks that she deserves everything. She's not an actual thief, but yeah. Do I like a lot of stuff about it? Yeah. Do I dislike it? I dislike a little bit about her and that. I think it's immoral about what she did in that. But we had a great time. She got a great ass on her. That's progress, At least she looks good, But her attitude was crap, and like that's what it is. Comes down to your attitude. Are you trustworthy? That's the number one thing. If you're trustworthy and you always speak the truth in that about what's going on in that, and like, but the thing is, you can't bend to someone else's will. You can't just think your truth is the ultimate truth. That's one thing my ex did. She thought her truth was the ultimate truth. I said, I'm gonna get my I might have my own studio apartment being made and that. My parents are gonna, make a studio apartment for me and that. I said, me and you get closer now, you can live with me here. Your cat can stay in the room and that. It's gonna be a big enough room that let's have the door shut and that. So my dogs don't get in and stuff like that or whatever. I know we'll have a big ass huge fucking bed we can sleep in and shit. If we work different hours and that, it doesn't even matter now. We can sleep. We'll have our own personal bathroom and shit like that. And I'm like, you basically would have a fucking life that you always wanted. It'd just be at my parents' house, but it'd be a separate room from the house. So you're gonna have complete privacy now because ain't no reason for anyone to come in here because the door's gonna be fucking locked. And like that's what it was gonna be. And I was just like, you can have a good life here. We could save up money and and just have fun. If you want 2 separate beds, it's gonna be big enough room that we can have 2 separate beds. That's fine. I don't care. I'm like, what kind of life do you want? And that's what it is. That's a perfect life for me. I don't want all this cultural shit. And it's because of status. That's what broke us apart. She wanted to brag and towards all of her fucking twat friends on Facebook about how she's with a guy and that he's got money, he's got status and that. Bragging about the dude when she had nothing to brag about herself. Cause like she never added me on social media. And she told the guy that supposedly that she was fucking with that she was single. Said, did you? It's like, oh, he thought I was single. I said I wasn't. Like, no, you did. You didn't like me for who I was. You just liked me because I was easy on the eyes and you wanted to fuck me. That was fucking it. You could have said that up front. You could be like, yeah, it's like I just want to hang out with you and then maybe we can like bang every now and again. I don't want a relationship out of this. And I would have never gave it to you. I would have told you to fuck off. So, is that a con artist? That's 100% con artist. Gave me false love and that, all that false stuff and that. Was some of it true? I'm sure some of it was. But she was just playing me as a fool. That's why I don't like you fucking bitches. All y'all, if you're not truthful with me and saying I'm in love with you because you're a great person, that which I have to say that I am pretty damn great of a person because I'm not a hoe, you know. Like fuck off. Like don't be around me. You women that do that shit, you're fucking feminist leftard fucking retards. You make men want to hate on women because of how ignorant you are. So that's why I pass. If I say, hey, what's your mindset like? If you say, well, it's like, I'd be in feminism. I'd be like, deuces. Like, what do you mean deuces? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Feminism is man-hating 101. Look that shit up. Stop fucking lying. You got the fucking internet. Look up where it originated from. And you'll find out that you are literally the spawn of fucking hating on men. So fuck off. That's what I say. Anyone says, I believe in equality. Equality doesn't make sense because there's no such thing as equality. You're weaker, so you get easier jobs. Men are stronger, so you get harder jobs. And harder jobs always tend to make more money. Easier jobs can make more money if you sell to women. Like nails, hair, eyebrows and that. Yeah, you can make a fortune off these dumbass fucking women and that. And they'll do it until the day they die because they have to look beautiful. Beauty sells just like sex sells. That's why men use women for sexual selling. Like what? Cindy Sweetie. They use her fucking sexy ass for fucking all kinds of stuff now. And guess what? They're making fucking money off that shit. Because other conservative based women are like, wow, she's beautiful in that. I want to be like her. And they buy her shit. The feminist lefty women are like, oh my God, she's so bad in that. And know what it is? They're on TikTok and that. Their titties all pushed up. Hypocritical fucking bitches. Titties all pushed up. Butt all hanging out. They're showing off everything they can. They're like, well, Cindy Sweetie says she doesn't objectify herself and that. And I bet you're objectifying yourself right now. Your titties hanging out, bitch. That's the only why you get views. If you didn't show off your boobs, your view list would go down dramatically from guys not jacking off to you because they wouldn't be jacking off to you. Well, I suggest guys stop doing that shit. Just get a picture of them. Probably a free Google picture. Don't give them views. Get a Google picture, plaster it on your fucking TV and go to town with that shit. Don't give any more attention to these women because they ain't gonna fucking do nothing with you. Hell no. Well, anyway, I gotta go take a shit. I'll talk to you guys later. God bless.